Dear Harry, congratulations on getting past the Horntail. Whoever put your name in that goblet shouldn't be feeling too happy right now. I was going to suggest a conjunctivities course as a dragon's ear are its weakest point. That's what Krum did, Hermione whispered. But your way was better. I'm impressed. Don't get complacent, thought Harry. You have only done one task. However, whoever put you in for the tournaments got plenty more opportunity. If they are think you're hard, you keep your eyes open, particularly when the person we discussed is around, and concentrate on keeping yourself out of trouble. Keep in touch. I still want to hear about anything serious. He sounds exactly like Moody, said Harry quickly, tucking the letter away again inside his robes. On state vigilance, you'd think I walk around with my eyes shut, banking off the walls. But he's right, Harry, said Hermione. You have still got two tasks to do. You really ought to have a look at that egg, and start working out with it means. Hermione, he's got eggs, snapped Ron. Want a game of chess, Harry? Yeah, okay, said Harry. Then, spotting the look on Hermione's face, he said, come on, how am I supposed to concentrate with all his noise going on? I won't even be able to hear the egg over this lot. Oh, super snot. She sighed, and she sat down to watch their chess match, which culminated in an exciting checkmate of Ron's, involving a couple of recklessly brave pawns and a very violent bishop. Harry awake very suddenly on Christmas Day, wondering what that caused his abrupt return to conscience. He opened his eyes and saw something with very large, round green eyes staring back at him in the darkness, so close they were almost nose to nose. Dobby! Harry yelled, scrambling away from the elf so fast he almost fell out of bed. Don't do that. Dobby is sorry, sir, squeaked Dobby anxiously, jumping backwards with his long fingers over his mouth. Dobby is only wanting to wish Harry Potter Merry Christmas and bring him a present, sir, Harry Potter did say Dobby could come and see him sometimes, sir. It's okay, said Harry, still breathing rather faster than usual, while his heart rate returned to normal. Just provoke me or something in future, all right? Don't bend over me like that. Harry put back the hangings around his four-poster, took his glasses from his bedside table and put them on. His yell had evoked Ron, Sims, Dean, and Neville. All of them were peering through the gaps in their own hangings. Heavy eyed and tousled-haired. Someone attacking you, Harry? Sims asked sleepily. No, it's just Dobby, Harry muttered. Go back to sleep. No, presents, said Sims, spotting the large pill at the foot of his bed. Ron did, and Neville decided that no, they were awake. They might as well get down to some present opening too. Harry turned back to Dobby, who was now standing nervously tacked to Harry's bed, still looking worried that he had upset Harry. There was a Christmas bubble tied to the loop on top of his tea cozy. Can Dobby give Harry Potter his present? He squeaked tentatively. Of course you can, said Harry. I have got something for you too. It was a lie. He hadn't bought anything for Dobby at all, but he quickly opened his trunk and pulled out a particularly knobbly rolled up pair of socks. They were his oldest and fullest mustard yellow, and had once belonged to Uncle Vernon. The reason they were extra knobby was that Harry had been used them to cushion his sneakoscope for over a year now. He put on the sneakoscope and handed his socks to Dobby, saying, "Sorry, I forgot to wrap them," but Dobby was unitarily delighted. Socks are Dobby's favorite clothes, sir, he said, ripping off his old honors and pulling on Uncle Vernon's. I has 7 now, sir, but sir, he said, his eyes is widening, having put both socks up to their highest extent, so that they reached to the bottom of his shorts. They has made a mistake in the shop. Harry Potter, they is giving you to the same. Oh no, Harry, how come you didn't spot that? Said Ron, grinning over from his own bed, which was now strewn with wrapping paper. Tell you what, Dobby, here you go. Take these two and you can mix them up properly, and here's your jumper. He threw Dobby a pair of violet socks he had just unripped, and the hand-knit sweater Mr. Weasley had said. Dobby looked quite overwhelmed. Sir is wearing king. He squeaked, his eyes brimming with tears again, bowing deeply to Ron. Dobby knew Sir must be a great wizard, for he is Harry Potter's greatest friend. But Dobby did not know that he was also as generous of spirit, as noble, as selfless. There are only socks, said Ron, who had gone slightly pink around the ears, though looking rather pleased all the same. Whoa, Harry! He had just opened Harry's present, a Chudley. Kenneth had. Cool. He jumped onto his head, where it clashed horribly with his hair. Dobby now handed Harry a small package, which turned out to be socks. Dobby is making them himself, sir, the elf said happily. He is pulling the wool of his wedge, sir. The left sock was bright red and had a pattern of broomsticks upon it. The right sock was green with a pattern of snitches. They are really. Well, thanks, Dobby, said Harry, and he pulled them on, causing Dobby's eyes to leak with happiness again. Dobby must go to Sir V is already making Christmas dinner in the kitchens, said Dobby, and he hurried out of the dormitory, waving goodbye to Ron and the others as he paused. Harry's others present were much more satisfactory than Dobby's old socks, with the obvious exception of the Dursleys, which consisted of a single tissue, an all-time low. Harry supposed they too were remembering the Ron Tonge Toffee. Hermione had given Harry a book called Quidditch, Teams of Britain and Ireland. Ron a building bed of dunkdoms. Sirius a handy pink knife with attachments too. Unlock any lock and undo any knot. And Hagrid was a box of sweets, including all Harry's favorites. Bertie bought every flavor: beans, chocolate, frogs, Dropple's best flowing gym, and whizzing Whizbees. There was also excuse me. Also, of course, Mr. Weasley usual package, including a new jumper and a large quantity of homemade mince pies. Harry and Ron meet up with Hermione in the common room, and they went down to breakfast together. They spent most of the morning in Gryffindor Tower, where everyone was enjoying their present, then returned to the Great Hall for a magnificent lunch, which included at least 100 turkeys and Christmas puddings and large piles of cribbage wizarding crackers. They went out into the grounds in the afternoon. The snow was untouched except for the deep channels made by the Durmstrang and the Bigbatons. Students on their way up to the castle, Hermione chose to watch Harry and the Weasleys snowball fight rather than join in, and at 5 o'clock said she was going back upstairs to get ready for the ball. "What do you need there, horse?" said Ron, looking at her incredulously and paying for his lips in concentration when a large snowball thrown by George with him hard on the side of the head. "Where you going with?" he yelled after Hermione, but she just wafted and disappeared up the stone steps into the castle. There was no Christmas cheer today, as the ball included a feast. So at 7 o'clock, when it had become hard to aim properly, the others abandoned their snowball fight and trooped back to the common room. The fat lady was sitting in her frame with her friend Violet from downstairs, both of them extremely tipsy, empty boxes of chocolate liquors littering the bottom of her picture. "Larry fights, that's the one," she giggled when they give the password, and she swooped forwards to let them inside. Harry, Ron, Sims did, and Neville changed into their dress robes up in their dormitory, all of them looking very self-conscious, but none as much as Ron, who surveyed himself in the long mirror in the corner with a pulled look on his face. There was just no getting around the facts that his robes looks more like a dress than anything else. In a desperate attempt to make them look more manly, he isn't a saving charm on the roof and the cuff. He worked fairly well, at least, and he was no lace-free. Although he hadn't done a very neat job and the edges still looked depressingly faded as they thought of downstairs. I still can't work out how you two got the best-looking girls in the years, muttered the animal's magnetism, said Ron gloomily, pulling stray threads out of his cuff. The common room looked strange, full of people wearing different colors instead of the usual mass of black. Parvati was waiting for Harry at the foot of the stairs. She looked very pretty indeed, in robes of choking pink with her long dark plain braided waistcoat and gold bracelets glimmering at her wrists. Harry was relieved to see that she wasn't giggling. Your ear looked nice, wasn't he said awkwardly. That's thanks, she said. Padma's going to meet you in the entrance hall. She added to Ron. Right, said Ron, looking around. Where's Hermione? Parvati shrugged. Shall we go down then, Harry? Okay, said Harry, wishing he could just stay in the common room. Fred winked at Harry as he passed him on the way out of the portrait hall. The entrance hall was packed with the students too, all milling around, waiting for 8 o'clock when the doors to the great hall would be thrown open. Those people who were meeting partners from different houses were agreed through the crowd, trying to find each other's. Parvati found her sister Padma and led her on to Harry and Ron.